The message of the vengeful Taliban fighters was clear when they raided the offices of state-owned Radio Television Afghanistan (RTA) in Logar province as the region south of Kabul fell to the jihadist juggernaut in mid-August. An Afghan journalist describes being severely beaten as the Taliban destroyed his computer with an assault rifle, then trashed the television and radio studio. "Shut up and don't raise your voice," a fighter warned the journalist. "If you raise your voice, we will kill you." How well and how long the Taliban will tolerate independent journalism will be telling. Many Afghan reporters fled amid threats, but others stayed, boldly continuing to do their jobs. For days afterward, he had nightmares that the Taliban would break into his house and slay him, as they had slaughtered scores of journalists, civil society activists, and officials in a recent assassination campaign. Instead, the journalist received a call from the Taliban, ordering him to return to his duty and broadcast again but under Taliban direction. "They need us for some time because there is no technical person in their team," says the journalist, who asked that his name not be used for his safety. "Maybe they will kill us in the near future." The fluctuating circumstances of reporting in Logar are a reflection of the high-stakes uncertainty facing journalists across Afghanistan as they struggle to navigate what some might call the new age of the Taliban. 20 years of the American and Western presence enabled a vibrant and freewheeling media landscape, during which the Taliban and other Islamists often targeted journalists in suicide attacks and bombings. Yet today the Taliban have officially declared the media free and independent to work, unlike when they last ruled Afghanistan from 1996 to 2001. The militants have themselves become adept at using the press and social media as tools to gain diplomatic and military advantage. Still, Afghan journalists are reeling from beatings, detentions, and uncertainty, even from an exodus of colleagues from the country, as the Taliban impose ever tighter restrictions on what can be reported that raise questions about the future of free expression in Afghanistan. "Anyone who says we are not doing our job is obviously not watching our TV stations and programs," says Saad Maseni, head of the Mobi Media Group, which includes the country's largest private broadcaster, Tolo TV, and its sister, 24-hour channel Tolo News. "Journalists are reporting on things. They may do it in a slightly different way. But for how long? I'm not sure," says Mr. Maseni, contacted in London. Tolo News notes that 153 local media organizations across nearly two-thirds of Afghanistan's provinces have shut down in the past month. "I don't want to get too optimistic because I know things can change quickly," he says. "And I don't want to be too pessimistic because so far the Taliban have given us enough freedom for us to be able to continue with our work. It's not even a day-to-day proposition," says Mr. Maseni. "It's an hour-by-hour proposition." Taliban officials are interviewed by journalists inside the Hamid Karzai International Airport after the U.S. withdrawal in Kabul, Afghanistan, August 31, 2021. Even with Afghanistan now under Taliban control, Tolo News has reported on allegations of Taliban human rights violations in the Panjshir Valley, as well as on anti-Taliban street protests and the beatings of journalists covering those protests. They include brutalities meted out last week with batons, electric cables, and whips against two staffers of the Edalit Raz newspaper.